by restoring humanity to the work of giving and receiving care. Today, when I look out on the horizon, I think there are three phenomena that are informing my thinking about what might come next. First, we have widely divergent views of what would make us healthier, safer, and kinder to each other. This has been true for a long time, forever, really. But we have nuanced that view with an earnest belief in our communities, trusting our neighbors to look after our homes, care for our children, bear our secrets. Holding these two in balance and in continuous contradiction has been uniquely and amazingly American. I can believe in both the rugged individual who builds a corporate empire and in the virtue of public education that's free for everyone. But lately I feel the balance has been tilting towards individualism at the expense of communitarian values. I succeed in spite of my community. What matters to me is what matters most of all. Lastly, I've noticed something happening in this community of improvers. Perhaps it's been a reaction to the toxic individualism and polarization that grips our societies that I just described. But within our community, the community of improvers that's all around us here today, we have leaned hard into deepening human relationships. At forums like this one, all over the world, there's been an unofficial track in the program, featuring sessions on kindness, community, connection, compassion, a steady, persistent undercurrent about leaning into human relationship. Perhaps we should make that into a formal track in the program. In many ways, this unique combination of sentiment and science has been part of IHI's DNA from the very beginning. But I think it really took off when IHI's former president, Maureen Bizignano, spoke from this stage, inviting all of us to ask our patients about what matters to them, instead of focusing on what was the matter with them. This simple adjustment, this simple pivot, began a global conversation about compassion, empathy, co-production, and co-design. Keynotes on kindness, overflow sessions on co-production, couch conversations about restoring trust and belonging. Maureen had unleashed a beautiful torrent of energy focused on cultivating relationships and creating connections between and amongst people. These ideas, in my view, were an antidote to the divergence and the unchecked individualism that was all around us. They have been an affirmation of the values of togetherness and community. And if I'm totally honest with all of you, they have been a comfort to me over these past many years. I, like so many of you, needed this recentering on the humanism that is at the core of what we do in healthcare. But even as I say this, I have wondered about how these ideas connected to our work in the world of quality improvement. It wasn't the science of these concepts that bothered me, which many scholars have studied now and demonstrated previously. There are gold standard studies, meta-analysis and reviews showing the value of kindness, co-production, and compassion. But for me, these ideas have always felt a bit separate, a bit apart, a bit distinct, tacked on to the edges of our work in improvement. Nice to have, but perhaps not at the center of what we were doing. They were rarely subjected to the technical sciences of improvement, studies of variation and systems.